just watched the women's 100-meter final. What a race, 6 women underneath 11 seconds. That's a first, I think. And what a run by Elaine Thompson-Herah. What, 10:61? Fantastic run. But what's great is actually if you watch her, she didn't get a bad start, but she did by all means didn't get the greatest start, but how she built her race, how she transitioned slowly and took her time in getting up to full speed, getting up into full speed was just brilliant, and just shows you that a great start is not essential. Getting a great reaction time is not essential. We sometimes, as athletes, as sprinters especially, put so much pressure on themselves getting a great start. It's the transition and how you finish that's important. And the world records, as I've said in this video, have been broken by athletes that have had pretty bad starts. So that's another demonstration of just showing an average start and how you build your race can give you a time like Elaine Thompson's. So that's something to learn from it. Whereas Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, electric, great reaction time, and she's a legend of an athlete. But the way she started, she got a great reaction time, but then she stood up, which is one of her weak points. And when you stand up too quickly, your kind of acceleration and your momentum is just cut short. And what happens is she stood up quite early, because she's quite a small, compact athlete. But she stood up quite early, which is not totally in contrast to what Elaine Thompson-Herah did. And she found herself tightening up towards the end. Elaine Thompson built her race till she was relaxed at the end. And that was a great, great race. Sometimes it's better, as I say, getting an average start and building your race to make sure that you're relaxed at the end. But I'd like to get a few points on Dina Smith. For us Brits, we were slightly disappointed by that she didn't get through to the final. And we'd learned through the interview straight afterwards that she had a hamstring injury and back in Gateshead about 5 weeks ago, and it's been a race against time to get back. Now, I'm wondering why we know this now. Surely it would have been a better idea to come out in the press and say, instead of keeping everything a secret, come out in the press and say, I've got a hamstring injury. It's a race against time, and just be honest in that way, and then that would have relieved her of the pressure to get back. But looks like she was getting conflicting results, conflicting information from doctors, and the way that she did by keeping it secret almost seemed to build up too much pressure for her, and I can't see that have helped. So I don't know why they kept it a secret. Surely it'd be honest and just take the pressure off yourself and say, okay, there's a race against time to get back fit. I'll see how I go. But she didn't. She was advised to keep it quiet. I don't know whether it's the sponsors or something like that, who's outside influences, who knows. But it seemed counterproductive that way. But she'll be back. In fact, to actually, to run 11:0 something actually for 2 rounds actually with the first couple of races, since for 5 weeks, it's not bad. That's pretty good going. But it seems like she had a very traumatic kind of topsy-turvy preparation for this Olympics, which is not what she needed. She needed, when you're actually in that position, actually 5 weeks out, sometimes you've got to put your desire above anything else, any other information you get, and just say, no, I am going to get back for this Olympic Games. I have to. I've been training for 3, 4, 5 years for this, maybe 8 years. I'm not going to take this doctor's opinion just because that I need to get back, and just focus fully on saying, I'm going to get back, instead of allowing too many voices come in. Sometimes you just got to be single-minded about what you want and just go for it. And that's, hopefully she'll learn from that and just, be more single-minded about getting back and repeat, because you can surprise yourself. And if you have single mind, you will surprise yourself at the rate of repair you can do and how quickly you can return. It's happened for athletes before. Athletes have been told by doctors, you'll never run again, or you'll never play your sport again, and they've come back and proved them wrong. So sometimes you've got to take doctors' analysis and diagnosis with a pinch of salt. It's specifically in the area of sport, your desires and what you achievements and goals you have as an athlete is far more important than any kind of opinions from other outside forces. So be single-minded. Whenever you get this situation where you've got a hamstring injury and you're out, you've got to be single-minded in getting back and just saying, this is too important for me to give up right now and take someone else's opinion. I've got to get back. So that's, hopefully she'll learn from it. We'll see. She'll be back, but a little bit disappointing from that perspective. But what a final. Again, Elaine Thompson, 10:61. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, although she was tightening up at the end, 10:74, still a decent time. And Shrika Jackson in 3rd place. Great final.